as I'm bent over looking in my screen. Hi everybody, I know I'm a little off balance. Sorry. So grab your coffee, your shot, your drink, whatever you want to drink, and put this on pause and come on back. So when I opened my channel, I know oleanders are blooming in Phoenix, they're killing me. When I opened this channel was going to be about current affairs, things that were important to us right now. And if you look way back at the beginning, you can see where I started it out that way. But unfortunately, yeah, the stuff we want to talk about is pretty much, you're very limited. And so that's when I went to doing the next best thing. Since I can't boondock right now, shopping, Goodwill, thrifting is my next passion. But after that, it's food. The title of this video is, yeah, I know, is a fat girl living in a thin girl's body. And we're going to get into that a little bit today. But I want to eat with you today. I want to break bread. We're told that breaking bread is one of the most precious ways that people can share life together. So we're going to break bread. Everything on my plate has been from my home. I didn't go out and buy anything. Move my salt and pepper here. I love salt and pepper. Cracked pepper, red pepper, cayenne pepper, any pepper. I have a meatball sandwich, and I'm sure you can't see it, but it's loaded. Loaded, baby. And there are 2 pieces of, oh, what's the name of that? Provolone cheese on the bottom. And then I have me a house salad. And it looks like I have a ton of dressing. I don't know, I don't measure. But I have buttermilk ranch, tomatoes, onions. I like to crumble crackers. I'm not a crouton kind of girl. And I have some cheese on top of the lettuce. So, before we get into this, I would like to first thank those who are new to our community and welcome you. I also would like to thank Michelle. Michelle sent me coffee. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle sent me enough coffee to thrift shop 7 times. Thank you very much, Michelle, because I got to tell you, when I get out and I get to shop, and coffee keeps me going. And caffeine is also good for pain levels. So I want to thank you, Michelle. And I don't even know, I'm not even sure who she is, because people have different handles to their YouTube channels. I would like to shout out to the precious person who asked me not to reveal anything about it, the gift I received in the mail. Thank you. So with all my thank yous, I want to thank those who are here watching me today, those who are eating with me and breaking bread and listening to my story. And I'll try to talk while I'm eating, but I have these terrible manners that were pounded into my brain as a child. Don't chew with my mouth open. I don't let food fall out. I got stabbed with a fork many times. I had many milks dumped over my head for a milk mustache. Yeah, and that was way back in the early 60s, so some of you people may not even understand that. I get it. Anyway, lately I've been watching channels. I'm going to start eating here. We're going to work on this salad. Lately I have been watching channels about body acceptance. I think it's a beautiful thing. I've been preaching it, love yourself, for you guys know years, especially those of you who came with me from my RV Life channel. I am all about self-love, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I lack it. I lacked it as a child. I was a very fat kid. My mother was very mean to me about it. And I have a terrible body image. I just do. dysmorphia. Let me see I can't think of the name of it right now. But anyway. Red onion. So anyway, I am a recovering A. I have an Ed. If any of you know what Ed is, he's my nemesis. It's a pain in my ass. A lot of people have Eds. From overeating to undereating, pure starving themselves, and laxatives and forced vomiting. I mean, it's really sad. I've lost a few good friends to Ed, and I fight Ed. I did fight Ed up until last year. I'm a foodie. I'm for sure a foodie. Last year, you all know I ended up in the hospital with low potassium levels. Very low. As a matter of fact, my body quit working. I had to use my face. And I was boondocking in the middle of nowhere. I had to use my face to get out of my cot. At first they thought I was having a stroke. Because the good side, this side, I couldn't walk, I couldn't lift my arm, I couldn't dial a phone. It was bad. And so they rushed me to the hospital, only to come to find out that my potassium levels were so low, my body was shutting down. Doctor said, a few more hours you wouldn't be here. Scared the hell out of me. It scared me to death because I had the flu for a few days, more like a few weeks. And I was taking all my vitamins. Really, I was. I was taking all my vitamins, and I was scared. So after they got that all fixed, my doctor told me I had pancreatitis. Meatball sandwich. Meatball sandwich. So anyway, guys. So, with that, she said I couldn't eat fats. I kind of had to go on a low-fat diet. Okay. I weighed 176 pounds. Back in 2017, I weighed 117 pounds. And was convinced I had cancer because I couldn't gain weight. I couldn't gain, no matter how much I ate. Right? The more I ate, the more I lost. And, yeah, so I spent 5 years gaining weight just to find out that, no, I can lose weight. But I went on this diet. It's a terrible, crappy diet. And I know that every person who goes under weight loss, goes under surgery, they're on the low-fat diet. It's horrible. If you're a foodie like me and you just love the taste of good food, I love the taste of good food. It's horrible. I went on that. On top of it, I was out boondocking. I primarily ate chicken sandwiches and turkey sandwiches and nothing at all that tasted really good. Got to the point where I didn't want to eat at all. If you can't enjoy it, well, why eat it? I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm a fat girl at heart. I've been fat as long as I've been thin. I prefer being fat, to be really truthful. I don't need extra blankets at night. I'm of Polish descent and a few other large boned people. So anyway, I had suffered the big A. My Ed's name starts with an A. I had suffered that from the age of about 23. I weighed 210 pounds. I went down to about 130 to 119 until I got pregnant. I think I was 5 months pregnant when I started eating again. It's really terrible. I was pregnant, yeah. My brother-in-law goes, "You're going to starve that baby like you're starving yourself." That's what brought me out, guys. I'm just going to tell you. I was afraid of calories. I was afraid to smell food, okay? I was so afraid to even smell it. I thought I would gain weight. So over the last year, excuse me. Skinny people like food too. Over the last year, I can honestly say I'm not afraid of food. I eat whatever I want. I don't eliminate anything from my diet. Now, I'm not here to give you medical advice. I'm not here to get you to follow my diet, because I don't like to diet. I don't diet. The key word in diet is die. And let's just get real. I eat what I want to eat. I listen to my body. When my body says, "I'm full," I stop eating. But until then, don't stick your hands in front of my face. So anyway, for years, I mean from like the age of 23 to, I want to say 34. Yeah, me and my ED were best buds. We sure were. We knew exactly what we wanted to eat, how many calories it was, how many we weren't going to eat. I was afraid to even go in a restaurant sometimes. Afraid to eat in front of people. Afraid to have my picture taken. I mean, I could tell you some of the symptoms. They're terrible. But over this last year, that's delicious. I can honestly say I'm not afraid of food. For the first time in my 65 years, I'm not afraid to eat. Now, it's hard being a size 3. Right now, today, I weighed 120. I would be in a size 0 like I was in 2017, but I can't work out and I'm broken. I'm handicapped. If I could fix it, I would, but I can't. So, with all that being said, I want to let people know about this new craze going on about self-love. I can't even think of the name of it, because there's two different ones. One advocates for all body types, whether you're a size 0 or a size 100. And you guys, I'm going to tell you what, I'm not the only fatty in my family. My family is 3/4 fat. And I'm not talking 50 pounds overweight. I'm talking hundreds, okay? We're big people. My husband's a big person, okay? They try, the one group is, they say they advocate for all body shapes and sizes, but if you're skinny, you're not allowed in their group, their clique. Yeah, if you're curvy, you're not allowed in their clique. I mean, they claimed abuse from the skinny sector, but they're dishing it out. It's like a hate group to me. I think we should all love ourselves. and each other regardless, you guys. They don't know my struggles. They don't know what I've been through. You know, they see me as a skinny person. They don't see the fat girl that lives here. And she lives here. She's alive and well. My heart goes out to those who want to lose weight and can't. I've been in that cycle. It's vicious. You have to eat. You eat, you feel guilty. Because you feel guilty, you get depressed, you eat. I mean, it's a vicious cycle, you guys. I pray for everybody I ever run into that's in this cycle. It's horrible. It's simply horrible. And the last thing we need is a group of fat women. And I use that word because I'm fat. I have claim to it. Just like they have claim to it. They have no right to tell people that skinny people aren't people. You're not good enough to be in our group. Wrong. Whatever happened to women empowering women? I've watched probably hundreds of these women. And they're hateful and mean and rude. And they call people names, horrible names, online. And they're doing exactly what they claim the world has done to them. Two wrongs make a right? No. I want to see somebody step up and make a group for women who support women. No matter if you're on the diet journey, or no matter if you're on the bariatric journey, or no matter if you've lost 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds. Think about those people who've lost 500 pounds, you guys. Oh my God. What a feat. They should be celebrated. And these women are cutting them down because they post before and after shots. Now, I am not fat phobic. I am fat. Whether you like it or not, whether they like it or not. I'm a fat girl. All my life. All my life. And no matter how thin I get, I do have body dysmorphia. I look in the mirror, I don't see me. I don't always see a fat girl, but I never see me as I truly am. Once in a while I get a glimpse and I can't breathe. I have to step back. It's not a disease that just fat people get to claim. It's not because I was afraid to be fat. I was fat my whole life. Both my grandmothers, big, beautiful women. My aunties. And I'm not talking 100 pounds, guys. No. They don't have a right to claim any mental illness. They don't have a right to hate. It's like a hate group. We know some other hate groups. Just like they can't help being fat, we can't help being skinny. I fight it right now. I'm fighting thin. Because my doctor's just going to yell at me. I hate to be yelled at. I'm like a little kid. I pout in the corner. Sorry. What I see, I'm going to show you when I'm done eating. When I'm full, I'm going to show you. And what I see is a portion that satisfies me may not be the portion that satisfies somebody else. We're human. We bleed the same. Our hearts beat the same. And hating any one group of people because of the size of your pants is bullshit. Where do they get off? Calling skinny women bitches. And they want to sit around and act like they've been abused their whole life. I was a fat kid in school. Seriously. Yep. My mother was 4'11", 100 pounds. Yep. That's the small side of the family. Yeah, I took it from home too. You don't see me hating thin women or heavy women. And I like the word thick. If they want to claim the word fat, let them. I can claim that word. I'm so aggravated over this. So on TikTok, this one little girl went on there to talk about her body dysmorphia. Don't correct me. I know the word, I just can't think of it. That happens when I'm passionate about something. This little thin girl goes on there and she's talking about this disease. I had this disease my whole life. After ADHD, that was the next disease I was diagnosed with. I want to stand behind my sisters that are 600 pounds, and I want to stand behind my sisters that are 100. Just like I want to stand behind my brother and my sisters, regardless of skin color. And I've been on that spectrum too. I had an American Native woman call me a white girl in front of my granddaughter, whose mother is half Native, and she gets a quarter Native from me, talking about white people. I put her in her place. My granddaughter was 6. The only way prejudice of any kind can be passed along is if we keep it alive. How do we get these women to understand how foolish they're making themselves look by cutting down and calling women names just because they're not in a size extra large? I love tomatoes. Anyway, sometimes our size is beyond our control. Just like my disability is beyond my control. I have no control over my disability. And I'm going to tell you what, if I could get out there and diet and get rid of my body dysfunction, my disability, I would do it in a heartbeat. These women want to claim disability, but they have every tool in the world, including shots now, to get thin. Talk to any disabled person, any handicapped person. We would give our left leg to be able to make ourselves healthy again. We just can't. Unlike them. So is them reflecting their own self-hatred onto others? Do they have so much self-hatred for themselves that they have to push that hate everywhere else? I'd like to know what's behind it. It's a hate group. It's a hate group. I don't claim to know what the other prejudices are like. I only get, people are only prejudiced against me because I'm white. It's not cool these days, Yeah, that's the only reason. And if they knew my heritage, they would see the red skin under the white. But that's not even the point. The point is I bleed red, you bleed red, our sisters, our brothers. We all bleed red. The world, and yeah, I'm an old hippie. And we sang this from the street corners when I was a kid. We need to love one another. We need to be tolerant of one another. Us old hippies preached it and preached it and preached it. And we have the most hateful people walking on this earth to date. Shouldn't we be loving our brothers, our sisters? I think, yeah. So, as a fat girl in a skinny body, I'm not going to let anybody cut me down. Nobody's walked a mile in my shoes. I haven't walked a mile in theirs. But I was harassed as a kid. It was called Tammy Hammy. Come on, for God's sakes. My kid's sister was teeny tiny. Yeah. I suffered a lot of abuse from my own parents. You don't see me hating. No. I'm appalled. I didn't know this group even existed. I didn't even know this group existed. If the United States has to stand behind each other and fight toe to toe, side to side, how can you fight with me for our country if you're too busy hating me? It's sad. It's really sad. And no, I'm not full yet. I do quit. I could usually eat a half a sandwich and about half my salad. And the reason I put extra on my plate was because in case I want it. Yep. Years and years ago. After all my babies were born, I went from 117 pounds, 240, up to 240, size 22, 24. And the only reason I sought weight loss was because my doctor said my blood pressure was so high, I probably wouldn't make it another year. Not the top number, the bottom number. And I was on, I don't know, 3-4 blood pressure and hydrochlorothiazide. So my doctor told me. He knew I had a family and I had young children and older children. And he said, I want you to eat half of what's on your plate. He goes, and when you're done, he goes, I know you were raised cleaning your plate. He goes, get up and scrape it in the trash. Rinse the plate. He goes, as a mother, I know you're in there washing dishes, putting away leftovers. Do not put another bite in your face. And he goes, and then when you're done with the dishes and you got your kids all organized, he goes, go walk around your house. At the time, that sounds a little easier, but I lived on a dairy farm in Wisconsin. And it was quite a walk around my house. But every night after dinner, I walked around the house. And I lost 10 pounds a month. Because he told me, you cannot lose more than 10 pounds a month because, oh, excuse me guys, anything over that is fast loss. And if you lose it fast, you'll gain it back fast. And so once a month I had to go in and prove I only lost 10 pounds, which was quite a feat for me because here I was overweight. And so a year later I had lost 100 pounds. And he taught me that my stomach, a normal size stomach for a human, is about the size of your fist. Just like your heart is about the size of your fist. And I can remember I used to look at my fist and go, can I fit a whole sandwich in there? Can I make that a whole sandwich? But that was another tool he taught me. He taught me to eat my vegetable, my salad before I eat my main course. Do I know? But he taught me that. He also didn't take away my desserts or my milk or my meals. He didn't take nothing out of my diet. He left my carbs in, he left my fats and my sugars. He left it all in because he knew that I still had to live life once I lost my weight. He was a good doctor. I lost that weight. I lost that weight, very much so, and then some. But we all have different ways that our body responds. And it's these women who talk about in such a negative, hateful way about women who are thinner than them. We don't starve ourselves. I don't know a person in this world that starves himself unless they're on a low-fat diet. I hate that diet. I literally hate that diet. A low-fat diet. And you know, by the way, guys, I was on that low-fat diet for about 4 months. And then I quit. And I went back to eating the way I had. I couldn't eat as much, but I went back and the weight just kept coming off. So it did help me cut my intake. But when I finish here, I'm going to be as satisfied as if I ate 2 meatball sandwiches and 2 things of lettuce. Will I eat today? Again? Probably not. Not in this way. I love fresh tomatoes. I buy the little bitty ones, not the cherry, but the ones that look like grapes. I don't munch those, like potato chips. I got oranges, tangerines, apples. Yeah, I'm not much into berries, but I have fruits. And citrus, being an Arizona kid, that's what we ate off our neighbor's tree. Anybody's tree if we were hungry. So I do have another meal, small meal, at night. In the morning, do I have a meal? If I do, and I'm not rushed out the door, I have a piece of toast or half a bagel. I would have a whole bagel if I could eat the whole thing, but I cannot. And I don't eat just the bagel. I put cream cheese and lox and onion. Salmon. Oh yeah, make it good. So I really dress it up. So I do eat my meals. I just make my lunch meal, the one I'm sharing with you today, my largest meal. Do I exercise? You guys, I have rheumatoid arthritis on top of other things. It's very hard for me to exercise. Right now, it's so cold here. My body aches so bad. Now when it does warm up in the 70s, I do like to go for a walk around my apartments. And I'm looking forward to walking a couple more times, you know, like maybe in the morning and in the afternoon, but I can't overdo it. That used to be a passion of mine. I could walk anywhere from 4 to 14 miles a day. If you were a friend on Facebook back then, you would have went, oh my God, you walk 14 miles? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. And plus I'm 65, come on. You know, I'm not, I know there are a lot of beautiful 65 years olds out there, and I'm happy with me. And I think that's the thing that comes out of this group of women, trying to make you and me not happy with who we are. I'm extremely happy with my size. I'd like to be about 5 pounds heavier because my doctor's going to yell at me, but if I'm going to be honest, I'm only trying to gain that 5 pounds, so she won't yell at me. Just saying. I am just saying. Matter of fact, my doctor told me that she's starting some diet last month when I was in, and I said, oh good, it's my turn to nag you. Because when I look at my doctor, I don't see her as being thick or overweight at all. To me, she's perfect, you know? And to me, I'm perfect. And I'm sure to you, you're perfect. And if we don't strive to accept ourselves for who we are, if we all look the same, what a boring world. If we all had the same color hair, or the same color eyes, or we were all the same height, or the same body weight, or the same build even. You know, we even all carry our weight differently. What a boring place it would be. Be happy with who you are. Don't let these fat groups, these hate groups, there's 2 of them. One accepts bodies. I'm telling you, this group won't let you in unless you are a certain size. And they call skinny women bitches. So make sure you don't get the wrong group. There are 2 groups out there, body positive. Look for the one that's accepting of all body sizes. And let's get out there and support our sisters, no matter what size they are. Love them, support them, help them, no matter what size. Because as a senior, all my life lessons I give to you, to all the younger generations, just like my grandmother gave to me. And that's the joy about being a senior. You're able to pass that stuff on. I give to you freely. Am I a doctor? No. Am I trying to tell you how to lose weight? Absolutely not. What I am doing is saying, be careful. There's so many haters out there, you guys, and I am appalled and shocked to find out that this kind of group even exists. It's a hate group, and that's sad. So anyway, I am nowhere near done, but I talk too much. See how much salad I have left? I'll probably eat at least half more of that, give or take. And my meatball sandwich. I turn it around. I know. I get talking. I probably won't eat a whole lot more of this, but this will be wrapped up for meal tomorrow or the next day. Thank you for joining me and for eating with me. If you guys want to talk about this or any other current affairs or things that you've run across that just kind of don't seem right, hit me up. And I again want to welcome all of our new subscribers to our community. I want to send a thanks again to Michelle and to that person who sent me the gift in the mail. Thank you, and I totally get it. I get it. You know, the Bible tells us, don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing in giving. And you sincerely did that, and I thank you. Anyway, you guys have a great day. My next video should be me thrifting. Yeah, I'm gonna probably be Thursday. Today is Sunday. I'm hoping it's warmer because I am freezing to death. So Thursday, yeah, $2 day in Phoenix. But I also want to hit Desert Industries, and I think I want to hit Savers and Salvation Army. Anyway, you guys have a great week. I'll see you soon. Remember to love yourself. Love those around you. Be supportive. Yeah. Anyway, peace out. Bye. Okay. Oh, it sucks getting old. Let me see if I can reach that button.